At the Sydney Boat Show are people who love boats, Australia's boat people. But here in Australia, the phrase boat people is a colloquial term for an altogether different group, the refugees who take to the seas fleeing persecution to head for Australian shores. With an election approaching, politicians are trying to outdo each other, each side saying only they will stop the boats. They think that's what Australian voters want to hear.
They need to certainly sort it out and fix it, otherwise we're going to be constantly having them come in.
I think they should just be stopped at their own country. They shouldn't come here at all, and we shouldn't be responsible for them when they do get here.
There needs to be a right way of doing this, but you know, we have sovereignty, so we need to protect our borders.
More than 20,000 asylum seekers came by boat to Australia in the 12 months ending in July, and public support for the Labor government has fallen. So ahead of a September election, the issue of refugees has become political. Prime Minister Kevin Rudd has announced a policy as tough as his political opponents, sending refugees to rudimentary camps in Papua New Guinea or Nauru. Telling would-be asylum seekers that they'll never end up in Australia is meant to dissuade them from getting on boats. But the tough border protection message is also for Australian voters. Some are appalled. There are weekly pro-refugee rallies with people trying to promote the humanitarian case.
They should understand refugees didn't come to this country because Australia got a beautiful TV show. They come here because there's someone shooting on them.
It is, though, only the small Greens party putting refugee rights centre stage. These people may be noisy, but mainstream politicians think they're in a minority, and they seem to be right. Since Kevin Rudd announced his hardline policies, his party's ratings have shot up. The government now looks competitive in an election that just weeks ago they looked certain to lose. Andrew Thomas, Al Jazeera, Sydney.